Welcome back to another episode of Daily Dingers, where we wake up in the morning, we do our research, we look at the best bets, the best lines for MLB. Today, we got me, Sheffield Shuffler, and my buddy, Steve Armato. What's up, Steve?
Just hanging, just getting off recovering after the holiday weekend. How was your fourth?
It was good. I enjoyed my freedoms and things like that. Yeah, I didn't have any barbecue stuff. Kind of disappointed. I didn't have any hot dogs or burgers. I had a hoagie from Wawa.
Okay.
But
All right.
that's about it. But I think I am going to eat like 4 or 5 hot dogs today for a video. So stay tuned.
I mean, you have to. I feel like everybody should have been eating at least 3 hot dogs per person after Joey Chestnut choked out protester and still won with a broken leg in the middle of the hot dog eating contest.
I mean, I don't know how much more you can do.
Right. Also, I just want to bring this up. The beginning, I don't know if you watched the beginning when they first went to ESPN, but him getting out of the van like on crutches and that moving shot was the most hilarious thing I'd ever seen in my life. It was actually the most American thing I've ever seen in my life.
I love the thing that they hoist him on. They brought him back up and, the champion. Yeah.
With the music too was great. I think it was like BR betting they posted yesterday. It was something like I'm never betting again, and then it was like me 3 hours later, and it was that video. It was so good. But yeah, you're right. How much more can you do in that? Like, what else do you want from the guy?
The thing is the disparity between the competition is so big that it's ridiculous. At the 3-minute mark, Steve, he was ahead by 11 hot dogs. 3 minutes in, and he's already ahead by 11, by double digits. At the 5-minute mark, he was teetering between 19 and 20 hot dogs ahead of the next competitor. I mean, there's nobody in his realm. That's the thing, dude. Like, you can say it's not a sport. It's, blah, blah. He's just a glutton. That's fine, but try and find somebody else who can get close to what he does.
No, nobody can. It's not even close. And you try eating 60 hot dogs in 10 minutes, okay? That's a sport. That's it. End of story. It's a sport.
Or competition. Now, call it what you want, but it is a competition.
Exactly, it is. And there's no one better than him, and it doesn't look like there's going to ever be anybody better than him, to be honest. Like, that is the most dominant athlete in any sport ever.
I think he has the same amount of titles that Nadal has.
Yep.
In his whatever that event is.
That is factual. Now, speaking of 4th of July, I want to bring this up real quick. Everybody gets really mad when I said everybody's really upset with me on TikTok and some Instagram when I said that the Yankees are the most popular team in baseball. I'm wearing a Mets hat right now, and I'm saying this. So stop calling me a bandwagon Yankee fan or whatever it is. You're an idiot. Anyway, we're going to keep this one going. I just feel like baseball does a really bad job of promoting superstars and big teams on the 4th of July. Like, I know it's a holiday and I know people are outside, but like, you can't tell me that the Yankees and the Phillies, where the Philadelphia, the Declaration of Independence was signed there, they're off on the 4th of July. And then you have the Yankees, they're also off on the 4th of July.
That was the first time since 1916 that the Phillies haven't played on the 4th of July. Since 1916, that was the first time.
Right. And
why would that be?
What? I don't understand that. And also people are like, oh, the Yankees played 18 games at 18, whatever it is you want them to keep playing. First of all, this should be figured out before the season starts. This should be figured out when the schedules are made, that you have like tentpole events. This is why MLB marketing sucks. There should be tentpole events based around certain things, and 4th of July should be one of them. Like, imagine just even if it's you put that 2-game series that, like, when the crossover for the NL and AL East, you can make that 2-game series between the Yankees and Phillies on July 4th if you wanted to.
Sure.
Just something like that, like where the stars, and also I had another problem with the Angels being off, because now you're telling me Ohtani, Trout, Judge, and if Bryce Harper was healthy, Bryce Harper, 4 of the biggest names in the league are not playing on the 4th of July when you're the only show in town.
Yeah, NBA does that for Christmas Day. They always make sure they have like flagship teams playing with their best players,
Right.
So
It's like Knicks,
Thanksgiving,
Lakers.
it's Thanksgiving with the NFL, same kind of thing. Cowboys play a lot. I know the Lions, usually play on
But
Thanksgiving, but yeah.
it's just like I just feel like I know people are outside and everything, but I feel like give us the option. Like give us the
Sure.
option to get excited about something because people are like, oh, there are games all day. I don't know what more you want other than the Yankees playing. I'm like, there are games all day. You're not telling me that the Orioles and the Rangers is drawing the same numbers as Aaron Judge versus Bryce Harper. It's just
Right.
not the case.
Not.
Like a casual fan, the point is to bring in a new audience, a younger audience. The casual fan knows, oh yeah, like I could go watch the Braves and watch Ronald Acuna. Yes, the casual fan knows that, but a fan that's like teetering, you need to be able to be like, okay, Aaron Judge and Bryce Harper, July 4th, this game's going to start at 4:30, and then by the time you're done, you get fireworks. Like that's it. Like something.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I just am really I hate it. I hate that it's just another day because it's a Monday, so it's fine.
The only other thing I would argue is saying I would be curious to know what the numbers are for viewership on the 4th of July. Just because I know I love baseball, but I didn't watch any baseball on the 4th of July. I was at the pool. I was with family. So that's the only reason I can think of maybe why they would justify that in saying the viewership on the 4th is much lower than it would be on, I don't know, another day. But I understand what you're saying though.
Yeah, because I mean, I just even if it's like I said, I know people are out, but like they haven't left the regional aspect, right?
Mhm.
There's not a nationally televised game, even if it's one standalone nationally televised game that you promote. Like they don't even
At night with
Yeah, like-
fireworks like that.
right.
Yes.
Like they don't even promote. They don't do anything like that. They're just like, oh, here's the Nats and Marlins at 11:30 on MLB Network if you want.
Hey, here's some really shitty hats
Yeah.
for the 4th of July.
Yeah, yeah. Like, come on, man, come on. Oh, and then finally, let's just touch on this real quick. I mean, the trolls come out like hard now. I don't know how you've been. I've been getting
come out at night.
I feel honored that I have my first like legit hater. Like I got a guy. This guy was writing me paragraphs on Instagram about the same thing. Like
I got a crush on you.
Paragraphs, no punctuations, which is that's besides the point. That's a red flag. No punctuation, long paragraph. Anyway, but my new nickname's Patchy because my beard apparently grows in patchy. So that's what he's calling me.
Creative.
So,
wow.
It's good. I mean, I like it. I'm a big fan. I'm going to do a video actually, I think, with old pictures of me when I was first growing the beard in so we could see how far that I came. But now you could call me Patchy. Yeah. And I know you, the only time that the trolls come for you is when you get a pick wrong.
Right. Yeah. So it's funny because like I'll say a couple things. Here are my few favorite comebacks because I'm not going to let you know you bother me because you don't, because you're nobody. One of my favorite comebacks, sir, this is a Wendy's. Love that because it has nothing to do with your response. It's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Other one, love your content. When then you go to their page, they have 0 videos. Shows you do nothing. You shouldn't be able to criticize people if you don't do the same thing. The other thing, you're doing great, sweetie, stuff like that. Very patronizing things. But yeah, they come out as soon as you get a pick wrong. Silent when you go. What did we go? We went 11-1-1 the other week, right? Nobody says a fucking word. I posted a video, Yankees -1.5. They lost last night. Oh, take the L. You suck. Ooh, public money. You're a schmo. Dude, what?
And there is a type. No profile picture, private.
Yes, user 59214.
Right. Oh, there's a type for sure. Like that happened to me on Sunday. I posted like pool plays.
Yeah.
0-2. People like, oh, here's another fake capper. It's like,
right, yeah.
Like, yeah, you obviously know nothing
you know nothing because you would know at 56% if I won, I would be a profitable bettor. And that is very hard to do. So the fact that you're commenting on my single videos that lost just show how fucking dumb you are.
But even if you took last week, like even if I did the math here, even if you took the weekend of a few losses, it's still up majorly.
Sure.
From the week.
Yeah.
Because it's funny to me. It's actually getting funnier as we go. And also my one of my favorite ones is thanks for the engagement.
Yes.
On the post. And then this guy came back. He's like, yeah, I'm glad to double your engagement because it doesn't look like you get any. I'm like, oh, he wants to just go he'll go all day. Like, there's no winning with this guy.
I got time today, Patchy.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that's all I got. I got nothing. I gotta get those. We gotta get those off our chest.
And the thing is we're literally just giving people information and saying what bets we like for the day. We're not saying we are the best cappers.
We've never even said we're cappers. We've said we're content creators that like
the
baseball.
Best content creators. That I will go to bat for.
That's right.
That's right.
I'll argue all day. I'll go down the list. I'll go in the comments. I'll no punctuation, my paragraphs, like all that on that one. But listen, also just the people that tell me I'm a Yankee fan, I don't know what else I have to do. I'm wearing a fucking Mets hat right now. Like,
more idiots.
Like, oh my God. It's unbelievable. All right. Anyway, sorry.
Get to the picks.
Let's win, baby. We're going to
win, baby. We are starting first. I'm starting with the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. We are going Brewers first 5 money line minus 145. You can get that at PointsBet. Why do I like it? I'm going against my own team here. I love it. I love going
happiness hedge.
Because they usually fuck me over. So we got pretty good matchup today. Brewers, 9th best OPS, 9th most runs scored in baseball. Adrian Sampson, pitcher for the Cubs today. Very low walk rate, under 5%, 4.6. The Brewers have the 6th most walks in baseball. So I'm kind of curious to see how that goes. If this pitcher, if the Brewers are going to walk a lot. Sampson doesn't walk a lot of batters. In the last 15 days, Brewers rank 3rd. Cubs rank 4th in OPS. So both of them hitting pretty well in the last 2 weeks. Sampson has not gone more than 5 1/3 this season. So once Sampson's out, it's going to go to the 25th ranked bullpen, 4.44 ERA in the Cubs. Corbin Burns been solid all season, 4 earned runs in his last 3 starts. 3 of those were to the very dangerous Blue Jays, and 1 was to Pittsburgh, 0 to St. Louis. So offense, advantage Brewers. Pitching, offensive advantage Brewers. I'm going Brewers first 5 money line minus 145.
I don't know how you can't take that today. Corbin Burns is really freaking good. The only thing that scares me slightly is that the Cubs have been hitting. I think they're like 3rd in runs over the last 2 weeks, but they haven't been facing Corbin Burns every day. And
they rank 4th in OPS in the last 2 weeks.
And the Brewers are right behind them too. The Brewers are like right there. They've been mashing.
They rank 3rd. Cubs are 4th in at least OPS. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're taking the better pitcher. You're taking the better starter, the more proven starter here. I like it. I mean, I'll gladly at minus 145. I'll gladly buy that.
Yes.
Also, we call that it. I do this. I used to do this a lot. Now I stopped because they screwed me this year. But usually we call this a happiness hedge, where you bet against your own team.
Right, because then they hit, you're happy, it's my team. They lose, I get money.
Correct. So I'm actually going to stick with a Chicago team here. I'm going White Sox, Twins, first 5, under 4.5, minus 138. All right, so it feels like we have 2 starters who are getting ready to right the ship after having a tough time coming back off the IL. So we got Lance Lynn against Joe Ryan. Lynn is coming off his best start since he came off the IL. He went 6 shutout innings. He gave up no runs and 3 hits against the Giants. And yes, I understand the Twins can hit. They're 7th in the MLB in OPS, and they're also 7th in the MLB over the last 2 weeks to go along with that. So that's full season and last 2 weeks. But this just feels like Lance Lynn is back on track, so I'm going to ride him here. Then on the other side, Joe Ryan, another guy got roughed up his first couple starts back off the IL. Righted the ship his last time out, 7 innings, 1-run baseball against the Orioles. White Sox, 26th in baseball in OPS over the last 2 weeks, 18th in runs scored, and they're 28th against right-handed pitching on the season. I want to stay away from the bullpens, and I'm going to ride the first 5 under 4.5 with these 2 arms, and I feel like 4.5 protects you if the Twins do hit Lynn a little bit, because I really don't think the White Sox are going to hit Ryan. So first 5 under 4.5, minus 138.
Beautiful, Steve. And you know what? We are thinking the same way because my next pick is also going to be White Sox team total under 4. And then also that Twins money line at -105. I think there's good value there for a lot of the same reasons that you mentioned. White Sox ranked 23rd in OPS in the last 15 days, 21st on the season. So not hitting very well in the last 2 weeks. And then you said to the right-handed pitching, these are the things you got to know, guys. Certain teams hit right-handed pitching very well. Certain teams hit left-handed pitching very well. Dodgers are the opposite of the White Sox. So White Sox versus right-handed pitching, very bad. 28th in OPS, like you mentioned, Steve. 22nd in RBIs. 28th in walks. So they're not walking, they're not scoring runs, and they're not getting on base. Twins, on the other hand, 7th in OPS this season, 7th over the last 15 days. Twins, 10th in runs scored this season, 3rd in the last 15 days. So two teams going in opposite directions. Twins rank 4th in OPS against right-handed pitching this season. Lance Lynn, right-handed pitcher. So I do see Twins getting to Lance Lynn. Joe Ryan, I really was a fan of Joe Ryan, especially at the beginning of the season. He has slowly slid away from his awesome start. Month by month, his ERA has gotten worse, but I do like him in this spot against a White Sox team who sucks against right-handed pitching and who are struggling in general. If you look at Lance Lynn's last couple starts, he gave up 3 earned runs to Detroit, 3 earned runs to Toronto, 5 earned runs to Baltimore, 0 to San Francisco. So for those reasons, I'm taking that White Sox team total under 4. And then I do like the Twins to win this at a very reasonable -105.
I do like the Twins on the money line here. I actually think they're playing better right now.
Yes.
And I do think Lynn. I think Lynn is starting to right the ship. I just think coming off the IL, he hadn't pitched. I know he got roughed up a little bit when he first came out. I think he's going to start to find it. We all know he's good. But I do expect the Twins to win the game. I don't really want to. I'm staying away from the bullpens on this one just in general. I'm not. The Twins bullpen is not terrible, but they don't really have a closer right now. Like their closer situation's been up and down. And the White Sox, they just haven't been as good as you really thought they were going to be at the beginning of the season. So I'm staying far away. I do like the Twins here. I actually might join you on that White Sox team total under as well.
The only thing that I see, like when we're looking at pitchers riding ships and things like that and kind of getting back on track, I do take into account games within the division. So Twins have a very good familiarity with Lance Lynn since he's been there the last 2 seasons. So I do think that plays to the Twins' advantage when you are seeing a pitcher who you see multiple times during a season. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's why I like that the line is at 4.5 because the Twins could realistically they could get 4 off Lynn in the first 5, but I just don't think the White Sox are going to score. So
right.
So I'm protected with that half there. Even if it's 3-1, you're protected. So I like that. So now I'm going to go to the opposite side of everything here. It's Glenn Otto Day. So we're going to go to Baltimore.
I'm Glenn.
So we are Orioles, Rangers, first 5 over 5.5. We're getting plus money here. So it's Glenn Otto Day. Glenn Otto against Spencer Watkins. And that means we have balloons in the expected ERA department. So we're going to start with our boy Otto. Regular ERA, not great, 5.63, but his expected ERA just gets me turned on with this bet. Coming in at a cool 6.65. And then we have Spencer Watkins going for the O's. His advanced metrics are colder than Chicago in early February. His expected ERA, 5.98, also brutal. And then let's just take a quick peek at the offenses. Over the last 2 weeks, Orioles are 9th in runs, while the Rangers are tied for 13th, and they are 10th and 11th in OPS in that same time span. So I know that 5.5 might be high for the first 5, but with these two pitchers going and these offenses actually playing a lot better than they have been, this is too good on the plus money to pass up. Good value at plus 104. Let's go crush the over 5.5 for the first 5.
Steve, this is where we are differing. Also, someone here said in the comments on TikTok, Correa and Sanchez are both out of the Twins game.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Did not know that. So I appreciate whoever said the Twins and don't have Correa and Sanchez. So that is something worth noting. Would be a lot better if Correa was in there. Don't give a shit about Sanchez as much.
Correct.
But I'm still going with it. I didn't see the lineups just because I know what the Sox lineup's going to be. Anyway, in this game, Steve, we're on opposite ends here. You like this game, that first 5 over, and I like the full game under 9.5. Okay.
Oh.
Now it doesn't make too much sense, right? So because we got Spencer Watkins, who's got an expected ERA of almost 6. We got Glenn Otto, expected ERA over 6.5. So 2 of the highest expected ERA pitchers going against each other. In the last 2 games, Orioles scored 15 runs. Rangers scored 17 runs. Orioles ranked 21st in OPS versus right-handed pitching. Rangers ranked 23rd in OPS versus right-handed pitching. So they're both scoring a lot of runs recently. Orioles are 9th. Rangers are 13th in runs scored last 2 weeks. All the pitching advanced stats point towards an offensive clinic, right? But I'm looking a little bit differently because I think that's the glaring play that you want to take. So I'm looking at Spencer Watkins. He had a hell of an outing, his last outing versus the Twins. He had 1 earned run, 3 hits, 5 Ks. Only 4 earned runs in his last 3 starts. So he keeps bad teams in check, it looks like. Gave up 0 earned runs to the White Sox, 3 earned runs to the Angels, 1 earned run to Oakland, 1 earned run to Milwaukee. Those were all earlier this season. And Glenn Otto has had some good starts as well. He's held his own against some good teams. 2 earned runs to the Astros, 2 earned runs to the Yankees earlier this season. So after those starters are done, let's not forget, Baltimore ranks 5th in best bullpen ERA, and the Rangers rank 8th. So after these 2 starters are done, we're looking at 2 pretty good, very good bullpens, top 10 bullpens. I do think both of these teams blew their load over the last 2 games. So I'm going to play law of averages here as well. And I'm just going to go under that 9.5.
So this is a scenario where we could both be right.
Very small window. Yes. Well, it's a small-ish window, but yes, we can.
It could have a 4-3 game after 5 and it ends 4-3.
Very correct. Yes.
I mean, we could both be correct. I get what you're saying though. Like,
those bullpens could stand on their head. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I basically am just riding the fact that I know they've had some good starts, but like the advanced stats are going to tell you this is where I'm going. Also, there was really no value on the first 5 under. I think it was like minus like 140 or something like that.
Sure.
No, it's probably better than that because this is plus 104. So it's probably like minus 128 or something like that. But yeah, I mean, we could both be right. I get what you're saying though. It's a contrarian take on the game. Public's probably going to be murdering the full game over here.
Yeah. And it very well could. I mean, it makes sense why it wouldn't, right?
Yes. I mean, look, it wouldn't. Would either of these surprise me? No. So, I mean, I think it is a scenario. The last time we had a scenario where we both had the chance to be right, we were both right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we could do it again.
Yeah. I mean, it's baseball, man. Like, I'm trying not to do so much of those, I don't know, those glaring plays. Like I look at yesterday, Yankees versus the Pirates. Taillon's on the mound. Pirates have the 4th most strikeouts in the league. Like everything points to, Yankees should roll this game against Quintana, a left-handed pitcher, and then they don't. So I think this is when I do a little bit deeper digging into their previous starts and kind of start looking at that kind of stuff. So I don't know. Who knows?
We know nothing, but
right.
We could win. So we could win here. So it's fine.
Yeah.
We're good. All right. Should I go to my final pick?
Do it.
It's another first 5. Giants D-backs, first 5, under 4.5, minus 124. All right. We got Merrill Kelly and we got Alex Cobb. I'm going to start with Alex Cobb going for the Giants tonight. The disparity between his actual ERA and his expected ERA is kind of absurd. So his actual ERA is 4.59, but his expected ERA is only a 2.51. It's a full 2 runs, which is obscene. Also suggests that he's been a little bit unlucky. He's only given up 2 runs in his last 3 starts. And although the D-backs offense has been better of late, we all know they're not that good. They're 26th in baseball in OPS. They're 18th in runs scored. On the other side, Merrill Kelly going for the D-backs. He's been up and down, but overall, he's actually pretty good. Expected ERA 3.57, and he's coming off giving up 1 run in 7 innings in Colorado, which is actually very impressive. Now, he faces a Giants offense tonight that's been struggling over the last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks, they're 25th in OPS, and they're 27th in runs scored. I'm staying away from the full game here because the D-backs bullpen can blow this thing up at any time, so I love the first 5 under -124.
Beautiful. You are an unders, first 5 unders day today.
Yeah, today's just a big first 5s day. It's like getting back.
You had the over, yeah.
Yeah, the over, but like just getting back on track here for the week. Just a lot of things going on. Just there's things. Sometimes you look at the slate and you're like, all right, I can make some money here. I can make some money here. This is good value. Like I was considering the over on A's and Blue Jays.
That's so I have some more picks. I'm not going to do them here, but yeah, it's at 8 -121. So they were actually talking about that on MLB Network, saying, why is this so low?
They must be expecting Barrios to, there's my dog just going nuts. Sorry. They must be expecting Barrios to bounce back because the A's offense isn't very good. But
can I give you a stat?
Please.
Jose Barrios and Caprillion have a combined 25 starts this season. In those games, the over is 20-5.
This has to be an over.
I mean,
this has to be an overplay.
Yeah.
There's no way that that has to be an over.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that stat this morning, and it's just kind of hard to ignore that. 25 combined starts with these two pitchers, and the over is 20-5.
Yeah, that's the only other one I looked at. It almost looked too good to be true, but like every time I've bet an over when Barrios is on the mound, I've won.
Right.
So it's like hard to even go against it. And I saw Caprillion, he's like his numbers are terrible. So it's besides the point. But yeah. That's all I got today. We got first 5s, we got money lines, early start. Some games start early. I think Cubs Brew Crew start early. The
210, but the
White Sox
Guardians Tigers are on first at 110.
Okay, White Sox Twins also play at 2, I believe.
210, yeah, baby, I'm excited. Yeah, we'll have some early plays in that White Sox game, that Cubs Milwaukee game. So yeah, come 210, we're gonna have some action.
My Yankees are playing the Pirates tonight.
The Jonkees, yeah, dude, you got all those Yankees hats.
I know, it's crazy, just everywhere, unbelievable stuff. But yeah, thank you again. This has been a fantastic show.
We're going to just recap really quick for everybody that has missed the picks here on TikTok. Guys, on TikTok, we're reviewing picks really quickly. We have Brewers first 5 money line. White Sox team total under 4. Also Twins money line. Rangers Orioles under 9.5. White Sox Twins first 5 under 4.5. Orioles, Rangers, first 5 over 5.5. Giants, D-backs, first 5 under 4.5. Guys, if you need those picks again with rationale, if you missed me and Steve talking, giving our statistics, analysis, things like that, follow us on Twitter. We put out graphics with the reasoning behind it, all that stuff. You can come back and watch the show. But yeah, that's all I got. Steve, if you are interested, I'm going to do a spaces in 15 minutes on Twitter where I got 3 other plays as well. JJ's going to be on it. So we're going to do a spaces at 12. We can talk about obviously the picks we gave out here and then just some other stuff as well.
All right. I think I'm in.
All right, guys, we will see you.
We'll see you in a bit.
15 minutes on spaces. Thanks for watching. We'll be back Friday, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. It's Parlay Friday. It's Daily Dingers. Friday's a huge day. Let's go.
Big day, guys. We'll see you then.